Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Screaming 18-time unified extreme heavyweight champion of the world, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday afternoon video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there, you know where it is, in my goddamn pants. Otherwise known as the description box below. So, show your love and support to this channel and my other channels as well. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on this channel and my respective channels from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely with a barbed wire baseball bat. And then Ozzy and Satan will just laugh at you and then eat the rest of your rotting soul. So don't do it. Go somewhere else and do it, because you're not going to do it on my channel. You don't like it? That's tough shit, bitch. So deal with it. And that's pretty much it. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, all on social media. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the face because you're SOL, you're a loser, and if you don't know what it means, you're SOL. So, that's all that. Alright, so like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that other good shit. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the goddamn party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab the cold one. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Go watch somebody else. But some people just have a hard time doing that. Don't you? I digress on that. Moving on. With that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. Coming off the Easter meal and everything like that. I hope you had a great meal and you didn't eat too much. Because if you did, well, you're going to regret it. You're going to probably be regretting it this morning or this afternoon. But to each their own. I had a pretty good meal and didn't eat too much, so I'm good. Anyway, back to work, back to school for some of you, and hope you have a great week. And nice and warm here in the Northeast. Getting a little cooler tomorrow and Wednesday, and then hot. Not too hot, but it's going to warm up by the weekend, and then pretty much into next weekend, we might be hitting some 80s by WrestleMania week. That's good. No rain. That's excellent. Go to the beach, do whatever you want. In my neck of the woods, you might go to the beach, but do whatever you want, wherever you may be. That's that. We got Monday Night Raw from Houston, Texas, coming up tonight. I will not be watching it live because I am going out with the missus. Because it's our anniversary, so why not? We're going to do that. We're going to have a nice little meal. And, we're going to be doing that. So, actually, we're not going out for dinner, but we're going out. Because we just came back from lunch. So, we had a nice anniversary lunch. We're going to a party. My friend's birthday's today, so we're going to his party tonight. We're going to have fun. Maybe sing some karaoke. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to have a good time. Good time, good tunes, good friends. That's all that matters. So I'm not going to be watching Raw live on Netflix. So I'll be watching it later when me and the missus get home. We do that. Going to watch a little Raw, have a little late night snack, and then we get to the other snack, if you know what I mean. And that's that, because, you know, we've been together for so very long. Very long time. So, we move on. I love her, and that's all that matters. But we move on with that. Alright, and if you're jealous about that, too bad. Get yourself your own girlfriend or boyfriend. Take your woman or man out. Stop being on YouTube all day. Do something with your goddamn life. That's what I'm doing. You don't like it? Tough shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do this really quickly because I do have to go out in a little bit. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time on your Monday afternoon, April the 6th, 2026. I hope you have a great day and a great night. I'm Peter Joseph, your gracious host, your tribal god of extreme. There is none better than me, and there never will be. But I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, music, movies, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about on my respective channels. And if you like it, great, subscribe to the channels. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. And that's that. And if you don't like me saying gobbledygook, fuck you. That's that. Alright, after 6 minutes of spiel, it is time for your... Well, I was going to do a TNA and Ring of Honor review, but there was no Ring of Honor this week. Surprising. So, no Ring of Honor this week, but you get your official TNA Impact Wrestling on AMC review for this past Thursday night, April the 2nd, 2026. Coming off Sacrifice, an hour, this Thursday is the go-home show before Rebellion on Saturday night, but last Thursday was the aftermath of Sacrifice, and we are emanating from the Hilario Center in Westwego, Louisiana, on the outskirts of New Orleans. That's New Orleans, you dumb fucks. And we got that. Alright, as always, our commentary team of Tom Phillips and the man who loves Rusev Day, and that's Matthew Waywall, Aiden English, and we got that. By the way, what is going on with TNA today on X? What is going on? It's like every hour, every few minutes, they're putting up numbers. What, are they putting up lottery numbers? What? What's going on? And then people say, oh, it's probably for Slammiversary, or it's for Bound for Glory. Like maybe they're doing a WrestleMania 2, they're gonna have Bound for Glory or Slammiversary in 2 cities or 3 cities. I mean, what is... And then people saying this is the cleanse. I'm like, oh god, if it is. I hope not. But I'm really thinking they're gonna have, some of the numbers are gonna represent where Slammiversary might be, where Bound for Glory might be. I don't know. Because we had, I think it was 8, 10, 12, 18, 19, and I think the last number was 28. I think we had like 6 or 7 numbers so far. Maybe the coordinates. I don't know. But TNA is like making people like, what is going on here? I don't even know. It's wild. It's Monday. So people saying, oh, 18 and 19 is WrestleMania weekend. Maybe it's a TNA invasion for Mania. You never know. Some of the dates, some of the numbers on different days, like a Wednesday or a Friday or a Tuesday, on a Tuesday. So maybe we see people from TNA on NXT. Maybe there's a big invasion. I don't know what it is. So I guess we're going to have to find out when we find out, I guess. But stay tuned to X and TNAImpactWrestling.com. The website, the TV show on AMC. Something's happening with TNA. I don't know. It might be good. It might be really bad. But I think it's something big. Huge. Like Donald Trump was like, huge. But we see. Alright, let's get into this show. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we start with the opening sequence, and then we start off with the reigning, defending TNA World Heavyweight Champion, a man from New York, Mike Santana, who, well, was supposed to face Steve Maclin. They had a decent start, but then when Mike Santana super kicked Steve Maclin, he fell into the ropes. I don't know if he got whiplash or a concussion, but the referee, the female referee, threw up the X, so there was a legit injury somewhere, and the match stopped. Santana's still the champion, and then him and Eddie Edwards had a little tussle, and I think Santana put Eddie Edwards to a table, and they're going to be fighting at Rebellion. So we're going to get what came after that. So Santana gets on the mic and says, as I was growing up, my dad told me to be a man of this world, and I lived my life like that, which is why I left Sacrifice as the world champion. Now it's on the Rebellion, and Eddie Edwards, because he has the world title briefcase, he's cashing in. And that match is official. So Santana says, I told Eddie time after time that he lives his life with his back to the wall, and at Rebellion, Eddie, you're going to get the best in the world. So CM Punk's going to be there? No. He's not that best. We all know who the best in the world is. It's Roman. But I digress. So, on cue, Eddie Edwards comes out with Cedric Alexander of the System, with Eddie promising that at Rebellion, TNA will be run by the System. Cedric will win the TNA X Division title. Brian Myers and Mophead Bear Bronson win the tag team titles. We'll see. So Santana's like, come on, let's do it right now. How about we do it right now? But Cedric's like, no, no, no. Not so fast there, Mikey. Not you, Mike. All right, you said Mikey. Damn it. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, Mr. Joseph, happy anniversary to you and your wifey. Yeah, thank you, Mike. She says hi, by the way. Oh, tell her I said hi. She's a nice lady. Okay, I'll tell her. What's that? What? Oh, okay. Mike, she says, don't bother her later. What do you mean by that? I don't know, she just said don't bother her later. I don't know. Well, anyway, I gotta go. You have a great show, and you have a great night. I heard you going out, right? Yeah, I am going out soon. Well, you have a great time, and be safe. I'm always safe, Mike. Unlike you sometimes. Hey, what do you mean by that? Never mind. Don't make me get you, Mr. Joseph. I'll put you to a freaking table. Cause I'm awesome. Okay, Mike, calm down. Anyway, you want to say goodbye? I gotta finish up. Because I gotta get out of here pretty soon. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now, but bye, fans! Bye! Bye! Subscribe to Peter Joseph, please, or I'll put you to a freaking table. Okay, Mike, thank you. Get out of here. Bye! Okay. Thank you. If you don't like my Mike Awesome impression, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too! Okay, not me. I mean them. Yeah, fuck them! Okay. Get out of here, Mike. Thank you. Anyway. Alright, so Cedric says, I'm gonna win the X Division title. And then, speaking of the X Division champion, he retained at Sacrifice over Eric Young. Old EY. Eric Old. So, Leon Slater comes out and says, it's not going to be so easy winning the title from me there, Cedric. But then Cedric says the System is winning all the gold. So that brings out Mustafa Ali, the Puerto Rican princess, no, not Issa, but Tasha Steelz, and the Great Hands, Skylar Hodge, and Big Man Agent Zero of Order 4. They come out. Mustafa Ali says, I'm going to win the Intercontinental title from Trey Miguel at Rebellion. That match is already official. So then, guess who comes out? Trey Miguel, who wants Ali to look at him when he's talking to him. Look at me when I'm talking to you, sir! Okay. So Trey means business. And he wants Ali to be a man and fight him so he can get dropped. And then Ali's like, oh, like what happened to Jada Stone? Ooh. Right in the nuts. So then Mike Santana, the voice of reason, is like, alright, everybody, shut up! And he issues a challenge for an 8-man tag team match. Right here, right now. And then Moose and Alicia Edwards come out, and Moose just wrecks Order 4 up. And then you knew he was gonna come out. No, not Teddy Long, player, but the other guy said, you son of a gun! He comes out, and everybody's everybody loves Santino. Like, how could you not like him? Jim Cornette, But I digress. So Santino comes out, makes the 8-man tag team match. Albeit he gets the names wrong. What else is new? John Cena. I forget what he called. He called him like Mustafa Ali or something like that. I'm like, okay. Alright, so we get that. So the first segment, I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars, and we're off running on Impact. So we get to the 8-man tag team match. Order 4, and Cedric and Eddie taking, well, where we have Mustafa Ali, basically Order 4 and the System, which is basically 2 and 2. So we have Agent Zero, Mustafa Ali, Agent Zero and Mustafa Ali, and Cedric and Eddie taking on Trey Miguel, Moose, Mike Santana, and Leon Slater. Pretty good match. Agent Zero comes in, wrecks everybody. Why not? We go to break, we come back, more of the same. And then Mike Santana comes in off a hot tag, cleans house. And then he goes on top with a top rope Eddie Guerrero like splash. You got one, Eddie? Oh, it's very nice. Not as good as me, but it's very nice. You know, Mike Santana, he's very good. Not as good as me, though. Okay. Well, if you were alive today, I'd love to see that match. I beat his ass anyway. Hey, wait a minute. Calm down. He's not Mexican, he's Puerto Rican, by the way. I don't care. I beat him like I beat Rey Mysterio, that pendejo. Oh, calm down, will you stop? He hates him. Anyway. Alright, so Santana hits the splash for near fall. Ali makes the save. And then everything breaks down. Agent Zero hits a big dive onto everybody. Hello. And then Mustafa Ali tries one of his own to Moose. But he gets powerbombed on the apron. Ow! And then Moose and Agent Zero slug it out. Big, beefy man slapping meat. Moose takes him down with a superplex. But then gets 450 by Mustafa Ali. And then Leon Slater comes in with a Swanton version of the 450. But then he walked into the lumbar check. And then everybody's hitting their fucking finishers. But then Mike Santana clears the ring. Including the Great Hands, Skylar and Hotch, who were not even in the match. Then he hits the Rolling Buck 50. Basically a 150. To Cedric. And then Eddie is back in with the Boston Knee Party. Boom, right to Santana, knocked him out. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Eddie Edwards pins the champion in 15 and a half minutes. Good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Can Eddie do it at Rebellion? I don't think so. I think Mike's going to retain. I have a feeling Mike's going to retain. I don't think the System are going to win any of the belts. Maybe one of the belts, but I don't think they're going to win all of them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we're in some type of room, and Sonya Deville, Daria Ray, yells at Santino about how he can never follow instructions and follow structure. Then she's like, do you know who attacked Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, as Sacrifice? Well, it's not Ryan. We'll get to that in a minute. Excuse me. And then she mentions that she was late because she was at a board meeting about Santino's future. Yeah, board meeting. Boring. Anyway, because he's on thin ice. Uh-oh. And she also made the main event for the evening for the TNA Knockouts title. Still the champ, Ariana Grace. As she beat Xia Li no, who she beat? She beat my girl Dani Luna, somehow. So she's going to be taking on the other half of the Angel Warriors, Xia Brookside, and the winner of that faces Xia Li at Rebellion. So can we see Xia versus Xia? Maybe. Or do we see a rematch with Ariana Grace and Xia Li for the title? Either way, I want somebody to take that belt off of Ariana Grace. Not in a good way, but you know what I mean. She does not deserve that title. I'm sorry. I don't care if she is Santino's daughter. I don't care. I don't care if she is married to Stacks Mahomes. I don't care. But I guess. So she tells Santino, get out of my office. Not even know your office. And then Santino points out that it's my office. And then she's like, I don't give a fuck. Get out. Damn. That's how the suit is. You know, Sonya Deville is the suit. Whatever that means. Maybe it means shut up, I'm talking. Oh, it means shut up, I'm talking. That's what it means. Nice acronym. I would have put extra on that. Shut up, I'm taking a shit. Yeah, moving on. Alright, so I gave that little segment 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we're gonna look at Bang Bang! Sosa Sosa! Bang Bang! Sosa Sosa! Oh yeah, Ricky Sosa signing to TNA as Sacrifice. And then after that, after the signing, some wrestlers welcome him to the company, except for this guy. Eric Young interrupts, says, I'm the gatekeeper. Was you Vince Lotho? No. Wasn't Vince the gatekeeper and, Dana? Dana, there is no Dana, only Zool. You know, Dana was the keymaster. No, Vince was the keymaster and Dana was the gatekeeper. In Ghostbusters 1. I am Vince Lotho, keymaster of Gozer. I'm like, okay. Okay there, dude. There's the door. Anyway. Ray? No, I'm not. No, I'm not going there. No Ray today. No Ray. Ray can go fuck himself. Anyway. Alright, so Eric Young's like, I'm the gatekeeper around here, and now your hard work begins there, Ricky Sosa. So, Ricky Sosa's like, okay. Not impressed. Not impressed. Not impressive, Skywalker. Not impressed. So we get that. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna get Ricky Sosa and Eric Young. I guess start off some way. And we get that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, back to the ring. We got the Hardys, the TNA Tag Team Champions. Brother Matt Hardy. Well, Broken Matt Hardy, yes! Wonderful! And Brother Nino, I knew you'd come! And that's Jeff Hardy, dude! I almost took off my glasses. Doing that. It's hard to do that when you have glasses on. Anyway, so the Hardys come out, they're banged up after Sacrifice, especially Matt, after what basically Dutch did to him in the stairway, bloodied him up, fucked him up. Oh boy, I think Rebby Hardy ain't gonna like that. Anyway, and then we saw what happened. Vincent turned on Jeff, and basically the Righteous turned on the Hardys. So Matt says Sacrifice was a revelation because the Righteous betrayed them. And he's like basically going into Broken Matt Hardy a little bit. He says they could have been a great team together, but Dutch attacked him, rammed his head into the wall over and over and over and over and over again, leaving him a bloody mess. Jeff Hardy says that wasn't a sacrifice because it was a mistake, and it's time for apocalyptic consequences. I was like, uh-oh. I think we're gonna see Broken Matt Hardy and Bloody Nino. But anyway, the Righteous come out, Vincent and Dutch. They come out. Dutch says that the Hardys were the offering, but Matt offers to give them a beating right here, right now. And then, basically, Vincent talks about how they had money and gave it away to stay in the game. And the Hardys are like, come on, let's fight, let's go. Vince is like, you know what, that's a great idea, but not now, fuckers. We're going to do it next week. So, and Dutch is like, we're going to do it Hardy style. We're going to get extreme. I'm like, yes. And then Jeff's like, that sounds good. How about we have a tables match? Little Team 3D Dudley's action. Why not? Let's do it. They're the master. Well, Dudley's not a master of the tables match, but Hardy's know a thing or two about tables. So, but anyway, we got to the point, and I don't know if it's a title match or it's just a tables match. I'm assuming it's a title match. So this Thursday night on the program, tables match for the TNA Tag Team titles, the Righteous and the Hardys. And that's pretty much it. Alright, 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we had Alicia Fox come into the ring with her good friend Tessa Blanchard, but then she gets cut off by the White Rabbit. And that's Allie. I wonder where they're going. I think we know where they're going. To see a certain demon assassin. We're not getting a deadly sin, but I think we're getting something. And a certain someone returned. Oh, ho, ho, baby. We move on. Alright, so then, Audio de Grace, after that, Audio de Grace and Stax, they interrupt Mike Santana, mocking for his loss. Uh-oh. Santana is ready to fight Stax, but Audio de Grace tells him to take notes on the main event, and then they leave, and then Santana's like, they don't even work here. I don't understand, Bendeos or something in Spanish. He's right. They don't work here. They're from NXT. He does have a point. And we get that. 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright. Tessa Blanchard, goes to the ring by herself. Goes up. Mila Moore. Guess where she went? If you've been following along, there's a test after this. She went to follow the White Rabbit. We haven't seen her. So anyway, Tessa Blanchard takes on Jody Threat in the first ever Bunkhouse Brawl match. Made famous by the Bacon Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. I love the bacon, baby. Cody, baby. So they both come out in street clothes, because that's how the match starts. And this match was not barbaric per se, but it was kind of hardcore. Tables, almost anything under the sun. Didn't last that long. But we get in the end, a stomp by Jody Threat didn't work. Tessa takes off her belt and then whips away at Jody. Sadly her pants didn't fall out. But I digress. Anyway, that's not good enough. So she takes the referee's belt off. I think it was a female referee. We're getting a little sexual. Let's take everybody's belts off. Next thing we know, clothes are coming off. So she takes the referee's belt and puts it around Jody's neck. Jody's able to fight up with Pop Shove It! With Tessa, but Tessa holds on with the belt and then chokes her out for the win. Even though Tessa was on the floor, the show commentary said that the match had to end in the ring. Referee, you done fucked up. Okay, we got that. So Tessa gets the win. The match was it was okay-ish. So I gave it an okay-ish 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, after that, Ryan Nemeth comes out. He wants to know who attacked his big brother, Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, looking for revenge. And then this guy, the fake YouTuber himself, Brandon the Entertainer, BDE, comes in. Ryan accuses him of attacking his big brother. That's not the case, but BDE is willing to fight him again. But then the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, comes in, thinks that Brandon did it as well. So then Elijah comes in, evens the odds, and we're going to get a tag team match probably out of this. Where's Teddy Long, playa? So we got Elijah and Brandon the Entertainer against Kaz and Ryan. Okay, we'll go with that. Moving on. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, Tessa Blanchard, I guess she was looking for Alicia Fox and Mila Moore. She gets distracted by Allie the White Rabbit, follows her to be continued. Oh, I'm like, fuck, we're gonna get that next week? Oh, stay tuned. And that's that. Alright, then we get Flop Dollar, AJ Francis, money. Yeah. Oh, that's Crime Time. Sorry. Yo, over 40, it's Crime Time. I miss Shad Gaspard, I do. I think we all miss Shad. Great man that he is. Did an honorable thing, saving his son from a rip current. Couldn't even get it out of my mouth. Trying to save his son from a rip current, and the rip current pulled him under, and sadly he passed away. A great man it is. Crime Time was like one of those obscure tag teams that were great back in the Ruthless Aggression era. You even got Shawn Michaels, the kind of like money, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we got Flop Dollar, AJ Francis, taking on the hometown man, Cody Deaner. And, this match was boring for under 4 minutes. And then, at one point, AJ stole a Saints jersey. And he took the Saints jersey and threw it at Tom Phillips, who's a noted Eagles fan. Fuck the Eagles, by the way, those pedophile Super Bowl, fake-ass fuck Super Bowl champions. That was last year. I mean, well, the season before this year. Because the Seahawks won this year. Fuck. So 2 teams I hate won the last 2 Super Bowls. And then the Chargers. The Chiefs. 3 teams. This year, the Niners are going to win it, hopefully. We get that. So, yeah, he throws at Tom Hannafin, a noted Eagles fan. So then Tom Phillips mocks AJ's lack of Super Bowl wins. Oh, damn. Shit. I forgot what team he played for, AJ Francis. I don't even know. I think it was the Falcons. Moose played for the Falcons. I forgot what AJ played for. Anyway, who cares? Tom Phillips like, we got more Super Bowl wins than you. Who cares? Alright, so then Cody Deaner hooks up, brother. Manages a slam for a near fall. And then AJ with a spear. Then the down payment. 1, 2, 3. Fucking hell. So, he gets the win. And that's it. Match was boring. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, AJ gets on the mic and says, you want to know who attacked Nick Nemeth? It was me! He's like, I'm going to save you an episode of Murder, She Wrote. Or Murder, She Wrote, as Pat Summerall used to say. So he attacked Nick Nemeth. And he mentions 2 years ago, he debuted, beat Joe Hendry in the same building, by the way. Just like he's beaten all the other TNA heroes. And he says, Nick likes to steal the show, but he really just steals opportunities. And he never he's like, I never wanted to play for the Saints, because they suck, which they do. And then Ryan Nemeth comes out to scare him off. And then AJ challenges Ryan at Rebellion for a match. Ryan actually accepts that. And he says, I'm here to be the best big man in the business. And that business is money, money, money. Money, money, money. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens at Rebellion with AJ and Ryan. I hope Ryan wins. But it is what it is. My big brother parked Issa's car perfectly. He did. And if you want parallel parking, you go to Dolph Ziggler. If not, go back to driving school and learn how to parallel park. Shut up. Anyway, Rose is saying I can't park. I can park if you know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. Alright, Xia Brookside is ready for her Knockouts title match. Xia Li comes in with a video from her dad, Robbie Brookside, the legend, who wishes her his lovely daughter good luck, and says, it's your birthright to become champion. When he said that, I'm like, wait a minute, is Xia Brookside gonna join Birthmark? I'm like, please no, we already have Ariana Grayson Birthright. I'm like, oh, we don't need another woman, another chick there. Hopefully not, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get the Rebellion rundown, and then once again, we get the one-man gang. Or Akeem the African Dream. All we need is Reverend Slick to be in TNA. Just one time. One time. And then maybe, when he shows up, he'll come out to Jive So Bro. That'd be great. You're a Jive So Bro. You're a Jive So Bro. And you get nothing but your friends. Something like that. Wrestling Album 2, Pile Grabber. I'm going to eat some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hall of Famer, I think he's in the Hall of Fame, the Reverend Slick the Six Star. Probably one of the most underrated, I think he's pretty much underrated. Everybody thinks he's overrated. No, that's Bobby Heenan as manager. Bobby Heenan was so overrated, and Classy Freddie Blassie, you pencil on that geek! You want to talk about underrated managers? Slick, Harvey Wimpleman-ish, but Engelbert Humperdinck. Remember him when he came out with Bam Bam Bigelow? Humperdinck! No, not that Humperdinck. Humperdinck! I'm not listening! But those are underrated managers. Humperdinck. So many others. Jimmy Hart, in a way, it wasn't that overrated, but I think it was pretty... Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji was pretty underrated. But I digress. Moving on from that. Alright, we're good to see the one-man gang. Pretty much looks the same, but old. The old man gang. That's what he is. That's that. Alright, main event time for the Knockouts title. Ariana Grace. With Stacks Mahomes, taking on Xia Brookside with Xia Li at ringside. I was hoping for a title change. Nope, we don't get that. 12-minute match. We get to the end. They fight over the Cobra! And Ariana Grace is shoved into Stacks for a near fall. Gets caught grabbing the belt from the referee. No, can't do that. Then a code breaker gives Xia a very near fall. So then Ariana Grace goes up top. Stacks offers another distraction. He was distracting for most of the match. Then Xia Li dives onto him. I bet you like that. But then Ariana Grace gets in a belt shot. Then hits the TKO on the knee. That's inventive. 1, 2, 3. Once again, Ariana Grace retains the Knockouts title in under 12 minutes. She's getting to be a little bit JC Janie. The Reign of Terror. So we'll see what happens with that. Match was alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Mike Santana. I'm like, power guy. Okay. Mike Santana comes in, break up a post-match beatdown. Hits spin the block on Stacks. Eddie Edwards is in the crowd, calls out Santana. And he says, you're all about your ego. And Santana says, well, that's tough talk for someone on the other side of the guardrail. Or other side of the barricade. And Eddie's like, no, because I already beaten you earlier. And I'm going to do it at Rebellion in Cleveland, Ohio. So they're ready for Rebellion. Santana threatens to use his side 12 shoe on Eddie. And that's pretty much it. That was it. And I thought that was going to be the end of the show. And then we get an extra bonus segment where we see Tessa Blanchard in different clothes from where we saw her in the bunkhouse match. I don't know, that good cut, huh? So we see her entering this big house. Where it is, I don't even know. How did she get there? Or I guess she followed the white rabbit. We saw that earlier. She goes into the house, she looks around, is like, what is this place? And then they pan around, and we see Father James Mitchell. Oh, the legend that he is. Remember the prophecy, by the way. Father James Mitchell is there, and he's laughing. He's like, welcome to the undead realm. I'm like, yes! I'm like, yes! Oh, you gotta love it. Ah, man, the prophecy is back, baby. Rosemary is back. Allie's gonna be back at Rebellion. Could we see Su Yung this week? We might. We saw Jessica Havoc about a week or so ago. We saw Crazy Steve. So GK. A little reunion with that. We saw Raven with the whole thing with Tommy Dreamer's blood, which is funny as fuck. Allie, of course. We saw Johnny Swinger and some people that were not really in the Undead Realm, but they're there now. So this week, I think might be the final. It might be the final sin of the 7 deadly sins. It might be number 6, and I think 7 will probably be the resurrection of Allie. I don't know, but this week is going to be very exciting to watch for with Rosemary, Allie, and pretty much the rest of the prophecy / DK / whatever you want to call them. So Tessa's in the Undead Realm. Pretty much Tessa's group is in the Undead Realm. Tessa, Mila Moore, Alicia Fox, a few other people, you know. Bandongo's there for some odd reason. I mean, Johnny Swinger's still kind of sort of in hell. Crazy Steve's trying to get out, but he has to free his mind. Sever the bond between him and Rosemary. Raven, you know, just there. And now Father James Mitchell. I think the last time we saw him was the wedding, the dark red wedding, whatever you want to call that, between Rosemary and Johnny Swinger. It wasn't even a wedding because he got shot to death. He got shot and got killed, and he died, and then next thing you know, Allie died because of Sue Young with the Freddy Krueger claws. And Rosemary was so hurt. I was like, damn it, the bunny's dead, fuck. That kind of turned into, you know, Jessica Havoc and then Taya Valkyrie come in. Death dolls! You know, tag team champions. I don't know what it became. I think it became trios tag team champions at one point. No, there's not. There's no 6-man tag. What the fuck am I talking about? But yeah, there were tag team champions for a little bit. You know, great to see Jessica Havoc for once at getting off Twitter. Not Twitter, sorry, Twitch. Playing her video games. Sounds like what Adam Cole's doing right now, just playing video games. Why not? Got nothing else to do because he has a concussion. Still can't get over that shit. I don't even know if Adam Cole's ever going to come back to being a wrestler. I don't think he's coming back to wrestling. Unless there's a miracle and he can come back. I don't think we're going to see Adam Cole in the ring anymore. Maybe if he does come back to AEW, probably just be on commentary. We just gold on commentary, but wrestling? Doubt it. You never know in the sport of professional wrestling. That's that. Alright, so TNA ends pretty wild, pretty evil, pretty nice, very evil, like Mr. Danhausen would say. Anybody see that video of him at WWE headquarters? That was funny. I liked that. That was hilarious. Alright, move on. Alright, guys, I gotta get out of here. Because I gotta go to a party with the missus. And then, that's that. Alright, so TNA, I thought it was pretty decent. So 6.5 out of 10 stars for the show. We'll see what happens this week on the Go Home Show before Rebellion. And then Rebellion on Saturday. And I'll be doing my predictions for Rebellion probably Friday or Saturday before the show. And then we'll talk about that. We got Dynasty on Sunday, or Dynasty for AEW. Go Home Show on Wednesday. NXT tomorrow with the aftermath of Stand and Deliver. Raw tonight. SmackDown Friday. We got a busy week the next couple weeks. So please hit that bell. Turn on all notifications, because if you miss any videos for the next 2 weeks, you're going to miss a lot. And it's your fault. Not mine. Your fault. That's that. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. I am out of here. 6.5 out of 10 stars for Impact. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.